Hello again, friends and Lord Wolfpack members. Chaos Wolf here with the Mighty Ducky, and welcome back to Zero to Hero. The series we go from space crap out pilot to hopefully one day God amongst the stars. Now, last episode we went and picked ourselves up this lovely yellow keelback, and we went and did a little bit of bounty hunting. Now, what we're going to go and do is we're going to go and continue doing this, because I don't suspect I'm going to be keeping this ship for much longer once 2.3 goes live. Because what I'm planning to do is actually sell this ship, swap out some modules on our Python, and then go and get ourselves a Dolphin. Because what I'm thinking of doing is having the Dolphin as our passenger runabout ship, complete with passenger cabins. We're then going to go and modify that ship up for extreme jump range, whilst going and fitting out our Python stage by stage as a general mission runner. Basically how I have it set up on live, with some cargo, the ability to fight for a good long while. So basically some kind of combat scavenger. I'm liking the idea because that's how, like I said, that's how I have it on my main account. But anyway, right now we're going to go and have a look for some ships to go and blow up. Now I suspect this guy is going to be wanted. Yes, they are. They are also in a wing of 3, but then, look at that. They don't last very long because they are up against a wing of anacondas. Now I suspect we're not going to be able to get close enough to... Oh, there we go. Here's one that we're going to be able to shoot at. Whoops, no, don't want to do limpet drone. There we go, multi-cannons. That's what we want. But we do have some materials out here, actually. Let's go and have a look at what they are. So, contacts, shield emitters, worn shield emitters, salvaged alloys. Nothing really too interesting. So what else we got? I suspect this one down here. Are you wanted or are you a bounty hunter? Let's go and see. Oh, you are, in fact, wanted. So let's kill warrant scanner you.
Limpet drone error. Deploy cargo hatch.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about you already. I don't really care. Now this is the ship that's actually going to be getting a buff fairly soon. There we go. So now what I want to go and do is I want to go and deploy my fighter with me at the helm.
Telepresence online. We are go for deployment.
So there he is.
Target shields offline.
Yeah, his shields are going down already. But there we go. We've now got ourselves locked onto him. And there he goes. So 62,000 credits. Now, why were our main ship's power plant malfunctioning? We've got another international security service. Anything else that we can go and shoot at currently? Whoa, hello, boy. Let's go and have a look at you. You are flying like you might be wanted. Yes, you are. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Come on, power plant. Let's take this power plant down. Are you running away? Looks like he's trying to run away, guys. You know, I didn't say you could go anywhere. So he's nearly gone. It's really weird how the chaff actually goes and affects these smaller ships. We don't seem to have as much of a jitter when we see them. Right, let's see. What else we got? Shield emitters, galvanizing alloys. Nothing really that interesting. Yeah, I know there's something we could salvage from the wreckage, but oh well. Now, what I'm thinking is we want to go and head over to the centre of the res site. And in order to actually find out where it is, what I'm going to have to go and do is I'm going to have to go and switch back to the mothership and let our pilot go and control the ship launch fighter even. Because we have a good way out from the centre. Let's get ourselves in. Now, you know what? I'm really looking forward to 2.3 going live, because I'm going to have the option to go and actually make Commander Ducky in the Hollow Me. And which is it's going to offer a bit of a challenge, really. Why is that, you ask? Well, because Commander Ducky is was actually one of my pet rats. That's where she got her name from. And that guy is clean. So I really kind of can't go and make her grounded in any type of reality, really. So this is going to be interesting. By the way, we've got another wanted person here.
Under attack.
Yeah, come on, just let me scan you. Wow, this thing really is immobile, isn't it? Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting...
Commander, you may want to help me out.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to help you out. In fact, I'm actually trying to get a scan on this guy first. Come on, we're nearly finished with the scan. There we go. Wow, yeah, you know what? The limitations of this ship are quite drastic.
Impulse attack.
There we go, let's get his shields down. As soon as we get his shields down, we should have a much better chance of taking him out, even though he is just a lowly sidewinder. But yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to getting my Python set up for combat. I'm actually a lot more comfortable fighting in the Python than I am with fighting in any other ship, really. Yeah, we're too far away for our multi-cannons to hit, and he's way too small of a target. But this ship is really kind of limited in its maneuverability, unless we go and engineer it somewhat.
Shields are down. Rerouting power to systems.
Let's go and get ourselves turned around for the last attack. Really?
Disruption.
You've got railguns, have you? Or a railgun. There we go. Well,
Target is splashed.
yeah, that is.
I love a skirmish, don't you, Commander?
Oh yeah, I love it. Right, okay, so not a lot there. But yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to being able to go and...
Deploy cargo hatch.
Alright, fine.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Go and drop off your cargo then. Did we pick something up? Yeah, collected galvanizing alloys. Okay, awesome.
Cargo scoop retracted.
So which way is the centre again? It is this way. How far are we off still? Still a good way off. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting the Python set up for combat and just doing like general mission running. Because then we can go and just do whatever the hell we want. Not only are we going to be able to just do general mission running with that ship, I am looking forward to getting ourselves a Dolphin. Because looking at them on the beta server, they are actually extremely good. I was surprised at how good the ship has turned out to be. It's got a fairly good jump range with some decent internals. And it's going to be the smallest ship able to go and fit luxury cabins. Now, how small is the ship? Well, you'd be surprised. It's a class... Well, basically, it's a small landing pad ship. And it will go and set you back 1.3 million. So it's not exactly small. Well, it's not exactly expensive either for what it can go and do. Now it does look like we've pretty much run out of things to blow up right now. So we may want to go and jump out and find ourselves a different instance. I mean, what have we got here? Is this another... Now this might actually be a wanted ship. In fact, I think it very well might be. Yep, okay, let's go and scan it and then let's go and blow it out the water. But yeah, we've also, if I remember rightly, we've gone and spent a good amount of time with Aisling Duvel, so we can now go and basically get ourselves up the ranks with her and then get ourselves some shields. So that's going to be really nice. So we're going to be able to get ourselves some prismatic shields.
Offline.
Oh, he's dropped his cargo. He's going down. But then again, we are kind of getting helped out by a group. Well, by a wing of anacondas.
Flight assist on.
There we go. Boom. Right, what have you been dropping? Focus crystals. You know what? Those actually might be nice. We got focus crystals. A bunch of focus crystals. So, do we have our limpet actually flying out and picking these things up? Or did our limpet actually go and get destroyed? So, let's just stay here
Programming limpet drone.
and fire off both our limpet drones. Just pick everything up.
Programming limpet
There we go.
drone.
Now, while I'm sitting here picking these up, I'm actually going to go and talk about what I think the future of Elite Dangerous is currently holding in the near future. Now, we still have in this season one more yet unnamed update. We've still got 2.4 and we don't know what that's going to be yet. Because in the little roadmap that we were given by Frontier for this season, they kind of just said 2.4 question mark question mark question mark. Now, what I think this is going to be is I think this is actually going to be the incursion. Because we're starting to get a lot more Thargoid presence in the game. Now, what I suspect is this is all going to accumulate in 2.4. What do I mean by this? I suspect that this is going to be... Yeah, we've got a wanted ship there. What I suspect this is going to be is a full-fledged kind of almost attack by the Thargoid. Not exactly attack, but the Thargoids are going to be coming in and being a lot more kind of in your face in the universe. This is my current thought on this.
Assist on.
So we're going to see a lot more Thargoid action. We're going to have a lot more interactions with them. I suspect we're going to be getting, I don't know, a lot more, potentially more gameplay around the newer structures like the big mega ships and so on.
Target ship.
This is what I'm thinking we're going to be getting. Do I think we're going to be getting walking around in 2.4? No, I don't. Why do I think this? Because 2.4, well, walking around is going to be such a big kind of game-changing update. It's going to be requiring its own season to kind of really do it justice, just like landing on planets. It's that kind of level of update change.
Flight assist off.
So we've also, because like I said, why do I think that we're going to be getting Thargoids as part of 2.4? Well, I believe that all the updates that we've been having until now have been kind of leading towards this. We've got the ship-launched fighters. We're getting multi-crew. Why do I think this is leading towards it? Because in previous iterations of the game, what have we got here? Salvage, yeah, we'll pick these up as well. So let's go and get a little closer. That should be good enough. Cargo hatch out.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Because back in previous games, the Thargoid ships would actually send out little kind of biological drone kind of things called Tharglets. And I do believe this is actually what we're going to be getting in Elite Dangerous as well. So the fact that we've got multi-crew, we've now got the ability to have 2 fighters per ship in multi-crew. I suspect this is going to be kind of gearing us up to have big epic battles with Thargoid ships. Imagine having your multi-crew, 2 commanders in fighters. They're taking care of the Tharglets for you, whilst you're trying to take out the big ship. Although, with everything going on about how the Thargoids can quite easily mess up our human technology by shutting down our shields and ships and to a complete and utter standstill, I do believe, yeah, I'm not going after them because they're just going to wreck me. I've got to really understand my limits in this ship. So let's get back to the centre. But I do suspect that we are going to be having Thargoids a lot. Well, not exactly having Thargoids, because 2.2 brought us the Thargoid interdictions. 2.3 is giving us more Thargoid encounters in unidentified signal sources. I do suspect that we're going to be getting, like I said, a lot more in 2.4. I suspect it's going to be almost the main focus of the update. Is this definitely a given? Hell no. Do I expect it to be? I do expect so, yeah. Now, it's not exactly like Frontier go and kind of stick to what I think they're going to be doing. They usually like to go and do their own thing, but to me, I feel like a lot of the updates have been leading down a certain path. A lot of people actually do go and think that these updates are just brought in willy-nilly and don't add anything to the overall narrative of the game. But I think those people are extremely short-sighted and just want instant gratification. They want to walk around their ships. They basically want this. They're basically the kind of thing that Star Citizen is trying to give. Everything all at once, and that's not going to work. Which is exactly why Star Citizen isn't here yet, because they're trying to give you everything all at once, and it's just not the way this is going to work. Now, do I hope Star Citizen actually manages to pull out everything that it's going to be able... Well, do I hope that Star Citizen is going to be able to pull off, I should say, everything that it's hoping to go and do? Yeah, I do hope so, but I don't think it's going to be able to, at least in the time frame that they're claiming. Now, come on, let's go and find something to shoot at. I can't seem to see anything as yet. So you know what, let's actually go and recall our fighter. So, orders... Actually, you know what, I don't even need to do this. There we go. We've actually got our fighter back on board. I love seeing these animations. So yeah, let's go and get our butts out of this asteroid belt. We'll go and see if we can find something. Well, it's not exactly an asteroid belt. It is a planetary ring. Let's get our butts out of the ring and go and see if we can find something else to blow up. Now, apologies to the two little limpets, but they are going to be left behind, sadly. Bye-bye, boys. Now, for those of you who think that I absolutely I hate Star Citizen or something, no, I don't. I do have, actually, a copy of Star Citizen. I bought myself a way into it, but the problem is that I am really struggling to get any decent frame rates out of it at the moment. It just chugs like nobody's business. But it has been said that this is some kind of a server issue, and there's not really a lot I can do about it. Now, I have updated my computer recently. I've upgraded my computer. The only thing I haven't upgraded on it really is the graphics card. I'm still running on a 970 OC, but that was a big upgrade from like the 640 Ti that I had previously. Oh, looks like we've got some bigger ships to go and blow up. Now, I suspect this is going to prove to be a lot more of a challenge, and in fact, let's actually go and deploy the fighter straight away.
Copy that. Going live. Stand by.
Now, we have got a dropship as well. Now, I'm actually tempted to go for the dropship over the assault ship, because the dropship has not got as large weapons. Not only that, but it's not as maneuverable. Although, let's be honest, the NPCs in this game... And he's in a wing. What's he in a wing with? Seriously? Okay, well, never mind then. You know, I've learned not to go anywhere near wings in this ship. So here we go. We've got this guy over here that we can go and take on. And he's already being attacked by the local security, so hopefully we're going to be able to get there in time to go and take a piece of that action. There we go. So let's say target.
Roger that, Commander. I'm moving into attack.
Flight assist off. Target shields offline. Flight assist on.
Yeah, we're too far away. See how long it took our shells to actually get there. But he's thrown out his chaff now. Let's go and target his power plant. Wait for his chaff to finish, and then we'll just go and blow a hole in the rest of his hull. There we go. There we go. Now he's down. Now, I've got to say I'm quite pleased that we have the help of the Popo here. Now, let's see. Refined focus crystals. High density composites. Hell yes. Yes, please. Am I going to go and want to take those? So, both collector limpets out.
Programming limpet drone.
Now, are those... Where are they? I think I'm actually right in the middle of it all, pretty much. So, let's just go and sit here, open our cargo hatch and get everything in. So, yeah, no, I do believe that we're going to be getting Thargoids in the... Well, not get Thargoids, but we're going to have more meaningful interactions with them. Like I said, I do think that 2.4 is pretty much going to be geared towards that. That isn't to say we're not going to be getting anything else. And I do believe myself that 3.0 or Season 3 is literally going to be Space Legs walking around. Because everything that we've had over the last couple of... What was that one? High density composites. Okay, awesome. I do believe that everything we've had over the last couple of updates is kind of leading towards this. We've had ship launch fighters, and I just realised that we've actually got everything already in. So, oh, that guy's no longer in a wing. Okay, I'm more than willing to go and take... Oh, hello, asteroid.
Flight assist off. Under attack.
Yeah, he is attacking us now, so let's get our butts moved around. Turn around. Whoa! Asteroid. Problem is I don't think I have any... Let's go and focus target.
Okay, Commander. Focusing my attack on your target.
I don't think I have any... There we go, he's gone. And we got a good amount of money from him as well.
Glad we came out of that one alive, Commander.
We have an Imperial Courier. This one's most likely going to be wanted. But you know what? I'm actually just going to go and pick up this loot as well. Basically, while I... Oh, hello. You're a little closer than I expected you were going to be. But yeah, I do believe that all the previous updates are leading towards Space Legs. We're having multi-crew. Now, at the moment, it's kind of done through telepresence and holographic projection, which is, I believe, only the first stage for it. Because a lot of people are saying, oh, they've gone and completely killed all my hope of being able to walk around because I'm a complete idiot. Sorry, but I do really think that people that are thinking this are really, really short-sighted. What I think is actually happening is that the Hollow Me is just a temporary thing, at least for how we're going and joining other commanders in ships. What I believe is that once 3.0 goes and hits, they're going to be removing that in a way and actually have us being able to walk into other people's ships. I do believe that the reason we haven't had walking around yet is because we're going to have so much more stuff added to the game. We're going to have all the ship interiors fully kind of realised, and that is a lot of work. Now I suspect this is already being kind of worked on right now, because that's always the way these things work. Alright, let's kill warrant scanner you, because... Oh, yeah, actually, you're clean. Alright, never mind then. We've got another keelback, actually. I suspect this is a miner. He is elite, though. I don't suspect he's wanted. No, he's not. We got fighters. I don't suspect we've actually got much in here. I mean, how much have we got currently? Let's go and have a look, shall we? Transactions, even. Not bad. I keep I forget we're in a system controlled by the Brotherhood of Gits. And funnily enough, that is not a player faction. That is actually a generated one in the game. I just find that so hilarious. Right, here we go. We've got you. Are you an Ashling Duvel guy as well? Imperial Courier? Iceland Guardian? Ashland Guardian? However you want to say it. Yeah, alright, okay, fine. Let's bring in our fighter again.
Copy, Commander. Bringing the fighter back to the bay now.
So we should have our fighter docking very soon now. Sounds like we've got him on board. So let's make our move. And get ourselves out into the black again.
Ship is locked down.
So here we go. Let's go and get ourselves into the local station. Right, so what is the local station? Corpel Terminal. You know what? I'm actually going to go for this one. It's not far off, and it's probably a little bit better set up than what we currently have. Well, the closest one. I mean, let's have a look at the system map. I'm pretty sure that's where our ship is out set as well. Oh no, we don't actually have our Python in system. Where is our Python actually located? Ah, it's one system over. It's not far out. Alright, awesome. So yeah, as like I said, having space legs, they're not going to want to go and they're not going to go and want to release this and have it be a small thing, because they've said basically having it be just walking around the cockpit is going to be too kind of restrictive, and the novelty of it is going to wear off extremely quickly. And I do agree, because something as big as walking around, something as big as landing on planets, again, it's going to be brought in incrementally, but I also suspect that potentially we may also have some kind of atmospheric landings in that update. So, unless atmospheric landings are going to be something all to their own. But I'm wondering whether we're going to have more planets able to go and be explored because of walking around. But we're definitely going to be having like stations visible. We're going to have the ability, I suspect, to walk around outside of our ship on atmosphere-less worlds. And I also think we're going to be having the ability to go and... we're definitely going to be having the ability to walk around our ships. So I'm thinking ship stations and atmospheric-less worlds. So vacuum worlds, we'll call them. I do believe that's what we're definitely going to be getting, at the very least to start with, perhaps. I am hoping that we're going to be getting the ability to... that's the wrong side. I do hope that we're going to be getting the ability to walk around more things. I mean, well, just look. These things, these stations are absolutely breathtakingly huge. I mean, this ship itself is massive. It's about the size of a football field, let's say. So it's very, very big. And it's tiny in comparison to these stations. Now, what I'm hoping is that Frontier are going to be able to bring a lot of life to these stations. We're going to see a lot more NPCs walking around. At least this is what I'm hoping for 2.3 as well, is having a lot of... oh, damn it, you know what? Forgot to go and request docking, didn't I? Yeah, sorry. Talking too much, forgetting what I'm supposed to be doing. There we go. There we go. So let's go and get ourselves docked. So, like I said, I'm thinking that when we walk around, we're going to start seeing NPCs walking around. So I suspect we're going to be having a lot more of a different take on actually taking missions and so on, actually selling cargo. I suspect we're going to be having a somewhat little bit more kind of Mass Effect kind of way of doing things, actually going around talking to NPCs. And at this point, I wonder whether Frontier is going to be able to kind of bring in some kind of more closer story-based elements, because we do have, not even exactly story-based, but more kind of engaging mission bases. But either way, Starport Services, let's go and pick up our credits. So, contacts, here we go. No, nearly 500,000, that's awesome. That's great. Power contacts, I'm pretty sure we've got something here. It's been about 8 weeks since I paid last attention to you then. So I suspect it's been a while since I put up the last episode of Zero to Hero. And if that's the case, I really do apologise. In fact, it's been about a month since I put the last episode up, so apologies for leaving this so long, but I have kind of been caught up with the beta server. Not only that, but the release of the Nintendo Switch and Breath of the Wild, which I've been playing the hell out of. But yeah, no, just kind of summarise, I do think that 2.4 is going to be more kind of geared towards Thargoid interactions and actually being able to have proper non-scripted interactions with them. I also think that 3.0 is going to be the ability to walk around. I suspect we're going to be having NPCs, which is another reason why we've had the Commander Creator brought in. I also suspect that we're going to be having, like, another reason why we're going to be able to walk around is another reason because we need the avatars to walk around. Multi-crew, I believe, is another reason for this as well, because I suspect as soon as we get the ability to walk around the ships and we get the full interiors of the ships, we're going to be opening up what we're going to be able to have as in regards to roles in the ships. I suspect that as soon as we're able to walk around and have the full interiors of the ships, we're going to be having like an engineering role. I suspect that we're going to be having more things we're going to be able to do. I mean, just imagine having the interiors of your ships change based on what modules you've got installed. Potentially that may be in a little bit of a later thing. I don't suppose that'll be 3.0. That may be like 3.1, 3.2. For the simple reason that I suspect that we may end up with, let me think, the core internals potentially the first things that we're able to walk around. I suspect the optional internals may be a little bit further down the line, like 3.1, 3.2 maybe, for the simple fact that it's more things, and if Frontier's approach to things is, historically speaking, anything to go by, they like to do little bits at a time. So, like I said, I think that's what's going to be seeing. But anyway, that's going to be enough for this video, blowing a few things up and kind of speculating about the future of Elite. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this, because like I said, I do believe that this is the way it's going to be going. I kind of feel that the way Frontier's been going, this is kind of telegraphing to me that's what their plan is. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll do my best to get back to as many of you as I can. I love having these kind of discussions in the comments. If you don't want to miss any videos from me, smash that bell icon, join Notification Squad. You know you're not going to regret it. But I've been Commander Chaos Wolf from Sci-Fi Gaming. You guys, as always, have been epic. I will see you soon. And until next time, my fellow commanders, keep flying and stay shiny.